So I have been working with my relationship with food for decades, more than 40 years. And this whole relationship has affected my life in many ways. I find that I have a great anxiety. Well, it's an anxiety in my life. And the anxiety demonstrates with food. When I get into that anxious mode, sometimes I don't see anything else available to me, and I rush to the food. And so this frenetic energy of anger, anxiety, I'm upset. And I don't see, I can't see anything else. I'm like, I have blinders on, and it only seems like food is the way to solve it. So I'm reaching out, I'm grasping for food, just in an attempt to get myself to settle, in an attempt to solve my problems. I feel like my solution is food. I don't want to seek my solution in food unless I'm hungry. I need help.
Mm-hmm.
I need
Absolutely.
help.
Absolutely.
I feel really sad about it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good place to enter into this tapping. Just I feel a heavy sadness.
Okay. Yes.
I just sense it's an 8.
Okay. Thank you. What do you feel that food is giving you?
It's a distraction.
Okay.
From the intense feelings. There's a little bit of joy or pleasure from the taste of the food. And it also, it changes my focus in the end. Because it's really only a few minutes or so where I'm happy. I'm happy for a few minutes. But then the stomach ache occurs. And what I've been doing for years, I realize. For some reason, I say the age of 8.
Okay. Well, let's start right there. On the karate chop points. Even though when I feel anxious, I go for the food.
Even though when I feel anxious, I go for the food.
And it calms my jitters for a short time.
And it calms my jitters for a short time.
But then my stomach hurts.
Then my stomach hurts.
And it makes me more anxious.
It makes me more anxious.
And sometimes I eat even more.
And sometimes I eat even more.
I've been doing this for years.
I've been doing this for years. I've been doing this for decades.
Decades.
For a very long time.
Sometime around the age of 8, something happened, perhaps.
Something possibly around the age of 8 happened.
And I'd love to release this energy pattern.
I'd love to release this energy pattern.
And I do love myself anyway.
And I do love myself anyway.
Is that a true?
Yeah, there was a little hesitation.
Yeah, right. And I'd like to be able to love myself anyway.
I'd like to be able to love myself regardless of how I deal with food.
Yeah, beautiful.
I don't know, maybe my mother wasn't there to make food for me, or maybe she just was overwhelmed and I had to take care of myself.
Very, very well done. Under the eyes, this having to find food for myself.
This having to find food, find ways to nourish myself.
Ways to nourish myself. How are you both doing now?
She's giving me a high 5.
High 5. Take that in. And how are you feeling right now? What do you need?
I feel better. Final release of the anxiety, really.
So something is benefiting it through having that pattern, or it perceives that that pattern benefits it some way. Maybe it gives it something to do. Maybe it prevents more loneliness, maybe, who knows? But let's just ask it, what does keeping this anxiety and bringing in food and things, what does that do for it? What does it ultimately want underneath that?
It thinks the benefit is love.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We aren't getting rid of them. We are just identifying the pattern for release as something more wholesome starts to reveal itself.
All of this from when I was young, all the further anxiety has morphed itself into this strange eating pattern
And the shutting down
and the shutting down
of awareness of what to do that would be better.
of awareness of what I was doing with food and awareness of other options that are
Yes.
that would actually process the feelings and release them in the moment instead of shoving them down with
Those adding up of experiences that never got digested, creating actual digestive problems.
right, I couldn't digest them.
How is this energy between the throat and the stomach in the moment?
The anxiety, the anxiety that was a little bit lower, I don't feel it there. And yeah.
These are things we can do, have this conversation, give touch, breathe in the essence of pure love and asking it to come and surround these parts of our bodies or our memories. Let love do the work. Let love do the transmutation.
Mm-hmm.
Real love, not human conditional love.
I allow this healing and I allow this change and I accept and I appreciate it.
And to be continued. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate your assistance in this.